Okay, our lesson for today is about functions of communication. Okay, communicating effectively entails an end goal for the speaker. Okay, no matter what end goal the sender has, it is important to know how to effectively reach that goals through strategic nonverbal and verbal cues. Okay, before we start our main topic, let's have first the objectives of our lesson. Okay, at the end of this lesson or module, you will be able to first be able to discuss the function of communication. Okay, second, be able to identify the speaker's purpose. Third, to comprehend the various kinds of oral contexts. Fourth, to be able to identify strategies to effectively convey ideas. And lastly, to be able to evaluate the effectiveness of an oral communication activity. Communication is the process of exchanging messages, ideas, facts, opinions, or feelings. Okay, the function of communication in an organization are to inform, persuade, and motivate. Employees need to have effective organization communication in order to achieve excellent job performance. Okay, communication is a human activity, always serves as function. Functions of communication refer to how humans use language for different purposes. Theoreticians such as Roman Jacobson, Michael Halliday, and Bronislaw Malinowski have categorized the different uses of or function of communication. Okay, let's have discuss the main function of communication. Okay, first, the regulation or control. Okay, meaning can be used to control the behavior of human beings. It can be used to regulate the nature and amount of activities human engage in. Okay, regulation and control means using communication to regulate or control means you use verbal and non-verbal cues to manage an individual or group. Okay, this kind of communication is means to encourage the other person to reciprocate encouraging or positive feedback from the initial interaction. Okay, this kind of communication also controls the behavior of person, and this control will adhere to the rules of culture, practices of their organization, groups, or fellowships. Okay, that is a regulation or control. Okay, next, the social interaction. Okay, social interaction means one of the reason why we communicate is to connect with others or with ourselves. Okay, communication can be used to produce social interaction. Okay, in their daily course of living, human being develop and maintain bonds, intimacy, relation, and associations. Okay, social interactions uh, are the most used form of communication we use. Okay, we use it in every day when we hold conversations with our friends or classmates, or when we express how we feel when we felt offended or when we feel happy and state our opinion. Okay, however, the way we communicate with others will depend on how we close we are to them or how we much we value them. Okay, how you talk to your best friend will be very different with how you talk to someone you just met or to someone with high authority. Okay, that is social interaction. Okay, interaction that we use in everyday life. Okay, let's move to emotional expression. What is emotional expressions? Okay, human always need to express their emotions verbally and non-verbally. Okay, emotions are a central part of who we are. Okay, beyond thinking about the things, the people in our world, we feel about them and about ourselves. So emotional expressions is also a form of communications. Why? As with how you talk with someone, depending on your relationship with the person, emotional expressions can also be communicated differently depending on how emotional close you are to the person. So masasabi din natin na yung tungkulin ng emotional expression sa communication. Just for example, umiiyak kayo. So may intindihan ko na meron kayong pinagdadaanan kasi umiiyak kayo. See, yun yung tungkulin ng emotional expression when it comes to communication. Okay? Next, the motivation. Okay, what is motivation? As a function of communication, refers to a person using a language to express desires, needs, wants, likes, and dislikes, inclinations, choices, and aspirations. Okay, motivation means to motivate, to stimulate people to act on their goals. Okay, the motivational kind of communication can work in two ways, or positive or negative motivations. So meaning to say, you give some thoughts to motivate that person. You can do it. Okay, that's an example of motivational thoughts. Okay, and a positive motivation happens when the speaker who is motivating someone or a group uses his or her skills in communication as a bridge towards self-assessment, confidence, knowledge, etc. So sa motivation, so nagbibigay siya ng confidence. Okay? Pinapalakas natin yung confidence ng iba. Okay, minsan nakakapagbigay tayo ng knowledge. So that is the function of motivation when it comes to communication. Okay? Next, the information. Okay? Communication can be used for giving and getting information. Giving information usually comes in the form of statements of facts, grammatically known as declarative. So, meaning to say, information exchange is the core reason why we communicate. Okay, information is needed for an individual to build a harmonious relationship with others and with their environment. Information and communication will always be linked with each other. Okay, these are the four functions of effective communication. Okay, as an effective communicator, you must set your goals as to what you want to achieve before you proceed, so that you can utilize your knowledge in verbal and nonverbal cues to your advantage. Okay, remember the four function of five rather function of communications. We have the regulation or control, social interaction, emotional expression, motivation, and informations. Okay, that's all for today, and thank you for listening.